Marion has been cheating on me. I've decided to divorce.
The divorce? I'll only accept it if we get that apartment building as divided property. We'll make it into a two-family residence. Miss Marion, who had the affair, is the one paying for her crime.
Trouble busters!
Hey, Alan.
What's up?
Fixed asset taxes are extremely high, it seems. What's the deal with that?
Oh,
What's wrong?
I should have told you before we got married, but I just couldn't find the right time.
What is it?
My parents, who passed away, were managing an apartment building.
Huh?
Of course, I inherited that too. That's why my property taxes are higher compared to other people.
Is that so? But still, why is it so expensive? We can't pay this.
That's okay, because we have some decent passive income.
Huh?
Anything wrong?
I didn't hear anything about that.
I'm really sorry. I forgot to tell you. I'm so sorry.
If you have passive income, you never needed me?
Huh? What do you mean?
The monthly $300 I put in every month for livelihood costs.
Huh? But that was decided when we got married.
But at that time, you didn't tell me you had passive income.
That's true, but it actually costs quite a bit of money to maintain the building. And if we're going to live on my salary alone, we won't be able to save any money for the future.
I can't believe this. I feel like I've lost something.
Even if you say that, in reality, our living expenses are around $2,500, and the shortfall in my salary is actually around $300.
Enough.
And she locked herself in her room right after that. Since I didn't mention this when it was important, I thought it was natural for Marion to be angry with me.
So, Alan, son, you inherited some real estate, I hear.
Excuse me?
Well, I heard everything from Marion.
Oh, I'm sorry for being so late to tell you this.
I would have appreciated it if you told us before you married her, son.
Well, I'm truly sorry. The timing wasn't right, but it was never a negative thing for us.
That's not what this is about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
By the way...
Afterwards, I was asked in detail about the location of the apartment, the age of the building, and other such information. And...
I understand.
I really am truly sorry, sir.
You understand that we currently rent our house?
Oh, well, yes.
I've been thinking of getting this built.
Huh? This is a new house, isn't it? Wait, two-family?
I've prepared $10,000 as a down payment. When do you think we'll be able to start building it?
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Listen, I'm asking you when you can evict all the residents in your building so that we can use the space to build our house.
Excuse me, wait a moment. Do you mean to tell me you want to build on my land?
I mean, obviously, boy.
I did not hear of this, and a two-family residence, no less.
Watch your tone.
What do you mean, Alan? After this long of being married to me, this right here just isn't right.
Huh?
Useless boy. Marion, I'll leave it all to you.
With that being said, my father-in-law left the room in a huff. Honestly, I felt crestfallen because they were trying to do things behind my back, even though it was an apartment that my parents had left for me. And to add insult to injury, I learned of Marion's truly shocking secret.
Today was so much fun. Let's go out again soon.
Huh? Marion? Date? No, not an affair, I hope. That guy, that's her ex-boyfriend! The very next day, I asked a detective to investigate her private life, and the results pointed to pitch-black treason and crimson betrayal. She was cheating on me. I couldn't believe it. I was filled with a fury I hadn't felt before. Unforgivable! Troublebusters, initiate! Marion, could there be another man by any chance?
What the hell do you mean?
I'm asking you if you're having an affair.
What if I said yes? What then?
Not denying it, are we? Guess I'm right on the money. The guy's called Florence, right? Your ex-boyfriend?
Yep, so what?
I thought so. I saw you coming out of his car.
I just consulted with him about something.
If it was just a consultation, you didn't have to step out in a place like that, right?
What kind of place?
You can understand, even if I don't say it specifically.
Listen, did you know that it is always the man who is the cause of a woman's affair? Unlike someone, I know that Florence listens to me wholeheartedly.
The hell is that?
Mr. Thompson, I believe this is enough.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
Chris Claymore at your service, ma'am. We would like to discuss the matter of divorce if you would be so kind.
What? Wasn't made aware. Alan, explain yourself.
I want a divorce.
I wasn't made aware. And you hired a damn lawyer? Just you frickin' wait.
So apparently, Marion asked her father for help, and half an hour later, he appeared at my house. I told him of my intentions of divorcing her, but Mr. Lonigan was strongly against my wishes, and then...
I'll only accept it if we get that apartment as divided property. We'll make it into a two-family residence.
Huh?
Miss Marion, who had the affair, is the one paying for her crime. What the devil?
I mean, duh!
That can't be right. In the event of a divorce, the husband should always pay alimony. Therefore, Marion, the wife, has the right to demand the apartment as divided property.
You're wrong on so many levels.
What?
Firstly, the alimony is paid by the person who caused the initial problem. This time, Marion was the individual who had an affair, so she will have to pay me.
This cannot be done. She only made one small stupid mistake.
No, sir, it wasn't. We launched an investigation, and it seems like it's been going on since before we got married.
That can't be.
If it was only once, well, but there's no way to save her here.
Shit. But what about the property division?
There will definitely be a division of property.
Then we're getting that building.
That is where you're wrong again, sir.
Huh?
About the building, Marion has no right to take it as her own property.
It seems like you don't know anything. Division of property means you get half of everything. Therefore, Marion has the right to take the apartment.
Even if that statement was correct, she would only get half of the custody of the building. Not like she'd get all of it. Looking bleak for you.
The other half is a demand for compensation for tainting Marion's name.
The determination, my word. In that case, since my name was also tainted, I will demand the same charge.
What the?
Well, that just doesn't matter anyhow. All in all, I will not give you the apartment.
I'll sue you.
By all means.
What?
There's no way you can win.
Uh,
As for the details, Mr. Claymore, if you please.
yes, sir. My name is Chris Claymore and I am a lawyer. On this occasion, I'm here on behalf of my client with a case regarding divorce. To hell with the divorce. Perfect timing anyhow, Mr. Lawyer. Now you go ahead and explain the process of property division to boneheaded Alan here. As for the explanation, I have already done so. Huh? Is this guy saying everything wrong even though you informed him well? Everything wrong? I mean, of course. He says he won't give us the apartment. Yes, he does. And so what? Mr. Lawyer, are you all there in the head, boy? You don't know anything, do you? Right back at you, sir. The hell? In theory and in practice, when it comes to property division, what's divided are joint possessions, sir. And because they're joint possessions, they're divided equally, right? There are various definitions for these things, but the primary one is whether it is property acquired after marriage, you see. Huh? The point of contention, the apartment in question, became Mr. Thompson's property through inheritance before he was married to Miss Marion. Therefore, it is not subject to property division. Ridiculous! This bastard knew this and didn't say anything to my little girl. She was fooled! I'm afraid I don't understand. He hid that fact until after he got married so that it wouldn't be divided when he got married. That's why you didn't tell Marion. Huh? Since you did such an unfair thing, you should be punished after all. Truly, I cannot understand that train of thought, sir. I'm telling you to divide your frickin' property. So your argument is that even though Mr. Thompson didn't properly tell his wife about his assets before marriage, and that because he was unjust in that, he should give you half of his property, is this comprehension good enough? Yes, exactly right. I shall confirm with you once more. Even if the property was owned before the marriage, it would be fine to divide up the property since it was not properly communicated, correct? I thought I made it clear. I understand what you're saying, sir. Finally. We refuse to respond to that request. What the? In the first place, even property inherited after marriage is not subject to property division. Therefore, in the case of the building, there is no need to divide it, whether it was inherited before or after the marriage. Huh? That's a stupid rule. It's not stupid, sir. The property subject to division is only restricted to joint marital property. I know that. This refers to the property that the husband and wife created together after the marriage. Therefore, inherited property is not property created through cooperation, so it is not subject to division. That can't be true. If you are not satisfied, you may hire a lawyer and sue us, sir. Shit! So what will my daughter get this time? This time, yes, I believe Mr. Thompson's savings will be the main thing. The proper procedure would be that what remains of his savings will be divided equally. That's it, is it? Can't be helped. How much would that be?
I've always left the household budget and its management to Marion, so... How much money is there, Marion?
There isn't anything left, duh!
That's what I thought you'd say, so I've done my own research.
What?
Miss Marion, you've been taking the money out of your joint account and put it in a different account altogether, were you not?
What?
The money you made from your part-time job also went to that account.
I don't know shit.
Details of the withdrawals can be found in this document. There is no doubt that you have saved $10,000.
How?
Even though it's a different account, the account name is Alan Thompson, so the bank can be contacted at his discretion.
No.
Maybe you should have created your own account using your own name.
No.
Therefore, these savings will be subject to property division.
Wait, this is different.
What's different?
This is money I've been saving since before getting married.
But when you look at this document, it's only after you married me that you started saving money.
I moved that money from my accounts to yours after we got married.
I see.
That's why, see? Well then,
Show me the evidence.
evidence.
You had $10,000 stashed away from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Then show me the bank book of the account where it was saved.
What? But why?
One look at that and we'll all know that 10 grand only moved between accounts. Then it would prove it was property of yours before you got married.
I threw away that bank book.
Why not reissue it then?
Can't. Pain in the ass.
In that case, this $10,000 really is joint marital property, so it should be subject to property division.
Wait, I saved all this. This is why it's my money. It was never joint.
Show me the money then.
That money was all saved from my part-time job, money I made by working.
I see.
You can tell by looking at the bank book, right?
That's true. Most of the money transferred from your job should have remained in your account.
There you go, so you have no reason to meddle in that.
But then, how did you manage to save money from your part-time job?
Huh? Well, that's because I didn't use any money.
Huh? Well, what about the rent?
What?
The cost for food, utilities, among others. What about that?
What are you talking about?
I was wondering how ordinary people use the money they make to live their lives, see?
What are you talking about now? Obviously, you've been paying for all that.
Aha.
Isn't it a rule that the husband pays for the rent and the food? I don't understand why you would say something like that.
Okay then, I'll change the question. If you were living alone, would you have paid the expenses I mentioned earlier?
Isn't that obvious?
So that would mean you've used my money for all the living expenses, right? Then you save the remaining money. Isn't this joint marital property at its finest?
What are you talking about?
After all, what would you do if I didn't put a single penny of the money I worked for into the household budget?
At that point, we'd have no choice but to use my money.
Probably, yeah. You just happened to have my money at hand, so you were using it. Or rather, since you were using my money, wouldn't the opposite be acceptable too? Where I would use your money?
No, that's...
Based on that, I think that money will definitely become joint marital property. But that's just my opinion. Mr. Claymore couldn't have said it better myself. Says he, Marion. Therefore, Marion, those savings will be split 50-50.
No! This money is for Florence!
Oh yeah, one more thing.
What now?
I'm ending up getting divorced because of your affair with Florence. That being said, I can demand compensation from you and your sweetheart.
What?
I'll charge you both with $20,000 in alimony.
No, you...
I mean, naturally. However, there is $5,000 in property division already paid for, so I will subtract that and make it $15,000 for you.
Oh, hold it right there!
What now?
According to that story, it sounds like I won't receive any $10,000 at all. Instead, we'll get $15,000 in debt?
That's exactly right.
You can't do that! You can't try to take money from people who don't have it! Mr. Lawyer, sir, that can't be possible, can it?
No, it is possible.
What? Wait a minute. I'll be in trouble without my $10,000.
You promised to give it to the person you were having an affair with anyhow, huh?
What? How?
We've done our research well, Marion. You want to fund his classes so that he can get a certain official qualification, right?
You know even that? He has so much potential. If he gets this qualification, he'll get promoted and become very rich.
I see. Well, that will be possible if he can get it, but that's honestly pretty unlikely.
It is too likely. I'm going to send him to a good prep school. I'm sure he'll get the qualification.
If he goes to school.
Huh?
You know I've already spoken with him, right?
What? You met him?
Yeah, and I heard from him that he was planning to use the 10 grand he would get from you to go on a trip with his girlfriend, see?
Huh? Girlfriend?
It seems like you were being made into a convenient woman.
No, that can't be true.
Then why not call him now and ask him?
Just you frickin' wait. What? I can't connect. What did you do?
Rather than doing something.
Speak up!
I asked him for $20,000 in alimony, but I said that I would lower the price by $500 if he would terminate his relationship with you.
No.
And he immediately chose to lower the price by frickin' $500.
500?
Looks like you lost to $500, Marion.
No way.
All that being said, do you understand now? The apartment is not subject to property division. The savings will be divided indeed, and in consideration that in the request for alimony, I will demand $15,000 in alimony. Case closed.
Wait a minute, please.
What now?
I was wrong.
So you finally noticed. Then I sincerely hope you'll be reasonable now and transfer me the money quickly.
I was wrong. Let's start over from ground zero.
Eh?
We're still newlyweds after all, and we can start over, no problem.
What are you talking about?
I think married couples overcome these obstacles to grow stronger and closer together. Isn't that right, Dad?
That's right. That's very right.
No can do, lady.
Why? Please don't say that.
There's no way I can trust someone who betrayed me, eh?
That applies to you too, Alan.
Huh?
You were so silent about the apartment.
Listen, I was gonna say this in the beginning, but is it really that bad to hide the fact that I owned an apartment?
What? Of course it is.
Why exactly?
Huh? Well, see.
Wouldn't you be so much happier if you had at least some passive income? Life would be a bit easier for sure.
Well, yeah, that's right.
And yet you spoke to me like I was a sinner.
Because that was,
That was what?
well,
The apartment was hidden from me. That's why I had an affair. That's freaking ridiculous!
listen.
Besides, this apartment is something that holds very fond memories of my parents. Your damn plan of tearing it down and building a two-family residence is scandalous, since it doesn't belong to your family.
But that time,
You thought it was joint marital property? Then you should have told me first before proceeding with your plans.
look, I'm sorry about that.
All things considered, I have no intention of starting over with you. Nor do I want to have anything to do with your parents again.
The hell? Who are you to say that?
Right back at you, Mr. Lonigan.
What?
These are the consequences of your daughter having an affair. Shouldn't it be your daughter whom you should scold, not me? So, Marion, now leave the rest to my lawyer here. So please do communicate with him well.
Wait a minute, I don't want a divorce.
Nothing I can do.
Please, if you abandon me now, what should I do from now on?
I don't know and I don't care. It's your fault for making it like this, you know.
I understand, but please, I can't get in touch with Florence anymore. I only have you now.
At the end of the day, the person she was cheating with is gone. So I'm the only one left. Hatred be becoming powerful.
I didn't mean it that way.
See ya, and get out of my house by this weekend.
Please, Alan, listen to what I want to say.
After that, I officially divorced Marion. Naturally, I asked both her and her sweetheart alimony. In the end, Marion was deserted by her lover, and with no money and no partner, was forced to return to her parents' home. I received several requests from her to get back together, but after I said I would report her to the police, she stopped calling me. To be honest, my relationship with my parents-in-law wasn't going well up until the divorce. So now that stress was gone, I'm able to enjoy my life every day now. I have more money now, and I feel more relaxed with myself. Next time, I'll try to find a very good wife to love forever. Troublebusters!